Good afternoon, everyone. This is RAND. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for March 6, Thursday, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll be having a Reverse Aging Health Call tomorrow night after 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Is there such a thing as 100% positive? If you could, you kind of say, well, I'll see if I can find a single situation, being or thing of this world that is only 100% positive and does not also have the tiniest hidden negative byproduct within it. And actually, like I've said several times, there's good and bad, and then there's bad and good. But it doesn't, with the good, if there is a negative kernel, it is minuscule. And with the bad, if there is a positive kernel, it is minuscule. But it's there. It's like in pitch black, there are light particles, and in bright light, there are dark particles. It's a yin and a yang combination that we have. It's a balance, is what it is. It balances everything. If we didn't have enough gravity on this planet, we would all float away. Seriously, we would float up into the atmosphere, and eventually we'd go up so high that we would suffocate because there wouldn't be enough oxygen. So the gravity keeps us on the surface of the planet, pushes us down, keeps everything on the surface of the planet. If we had no gravitational force, everything on this planet would just go up in the air. Trees would be uprooted, everything. So in this life, or any lifetimes that we have experienced, we have a balance. When the balance gets out of kilter, or out of sync, everything kind of goes haywire. Now, a lot of times we don't know that there is a finite balance to everything, and so we don't know what to do when this imbalance comes into play. We think it's something outside of us that's causing it. So we ask ourselves, why is this happening now? What can I do about this or that? And it's all about focusing your energy to where you would like it to go. In other words, you focus on things that you are happy, excited, motivated about. You do not focus on things that are the opposite of those that you want or desire. You do not focus on things you don't want. That's the challenge, because we're used to doing that. We're used to focusing, even when we aren't aware of it, we focus on things we do not want. And it's interesting because we do it with great conviction. You've ever caught yourself saying something where you didn't want something to take place, and you say it with deep emotional energy. And you don't realize it, but it is a request that you don't care to have it happen. And the things that we focus on, or that we worry about, 99.9% of the time, they don't happen. You ever notice that? They don't happen. So but we still worry about that. See, we still stress about it, even though it doesn't happen. You can sit there and pine away about something for ages, and it grows and it expands, and then you find out it never happened. Well, I spent all that time, and I put all that energy, and it didn't happen. And it wasn't interesting that you the things that you are concerned about, right, or worry about, or stress about, or fear about, don't come to pass. But when you look at something, okay, and you focus on it, and let's say it's not a positive, okay, and you focus on that for any length of period of time. So it's not worry, it is attention. So when you give something a lot of attention, one area, you're going to create it. It's going to come into your life. You're going to experience it. No ifs, ands, buts about it. This is all about getting to know ourselves and what we put out. You see, most of us don't think about what we put out because we're so stretched in so many different directions. We don't think about what we put out. We just put it out. And in a lot of situations and instances, it comes into our reality. It's like someone would worry and worry and worry and worry about some kind of physical thing going on with themselves, right? They worry and worry and worry and worry. And eventually it just fades off, or it doesn't stay front and center. And so you forget about it. But as soon as you forget about that, something else comes in to take its place. And it's the ego mind pulling this in. We don't know that either. But it's like these things they come in and they randomly appear out of nowhere and they repeat themselves. And we have so much of it coming in that it is just astronomical. You know, when you look at 60,000 thoughts that keep coming in every day, every day, every day, every day, those aren't your thoughts either. None of them are. And so, but we pick those thoughts and we make them our reality. We give them energy and we move them into form, into our reality, and we experience it. See, what all this boils down to is that it really is up to you. It is not up to anybody else. It is up to you. It's you that determines, I'm going to focus on this and not this. I desire this and not this. I want my life to be this way. I am grateful for the life I have currently, and so I'm throwing in a couple of extra goodies on top of it. But we design, we structure, we draft, we orchestrate, we choreograph. We do everything. We are everything, chief cook and bottle washer, if you will, of our lives. We designed them inside and out. It's not like we're sitting around going, yeah, I've got my paper out here on my drafting table and I'm going to design my life. It's what we think about, what we focus on, how we perceive things. What do we know about ourselves? What do we know about our ego mind? What is it? What is there for us to review to help us ascend? These are all things that have been placed there to assist us. They're always guiding us and to assist us through ascension. And ascending is going into a higher and higher and higher existence frequency. So does something create fifth dimensional frequency for you? No. You do. And how do you do that? You focus on things that are within and not outside. You focus on things of the deep eternal love that you are, the bliss that you are, the joy that you are, the truth that you are, confidence, faith, trust that you are, peace, tranquility, benevolence that you are. This is all inside. We spend our time outside. And this has been happening for eons. It's not like, it's only been going on for a few thousand years. It's been going on for hundreds of thousands of years, if not millions or billions. This is what we focus on. And many of us don't know where to begin. We don't know where to begin. It's like, you know, if you ask just anybody to say, when's the last time you went within? They'd probably look at you and go, what? Because most of us don't think about that. We believe that it's out there, and that we have to go out there, and we have to do things out there, and this is where we're going to find the answers, is out there. Not going to find them anywhere else. So we spend most of our lives looking for things, seeking things out that are already within us. Isn't that wild? And we don't know that. We do not know they're within us, so we continually seek outside of us. And we're pretty well convinced that we're going to find it. And sometimes you do find things. But the effort it takes to find them is ridiculous when they're already sitting within you. Because you will always go back to that which you are within that body. It's like when in meditation, these meditations, when one finds a comfortable place without any outside distractions, relaxes into the body, is as still as can be, and focuses on the breath rising and falling. That's prayer. When people pray, what are they praying to? They're praying to something outside of them. This is what they were taught. But in actuality, we pray to the God within us. You can't get any closer than that. You're praying to the God that you are. That God that you are is plugged into all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. That's it. It is, some might say magical, but when you discover that, your amount of awareness and knowledge will be exponential. It'll be like a big explosion. And you'll know, you will plug in. You'll know all that there is, because it is part of the collective consciousness which you are part of, that you are permanently plugged into. Point is that most of us don't know that. And that's wild. When you have such omnipotently powerful, supreme manifesting, abundant beings that never die, that are in these bodies, and you don't know it. Now, even if you do know it for a little bit, just a tad, it usually doesn't get you there, because it isn't strong enough to bring you there, because you have all these other distractions going on all the time. And you're being drawn this direction, that direction, this direction, that direction. And you'll say to yourself, I'll catch up on that later. And you don't usually do that. It doesn't happen. So you get distracted, and then you start all over again. You say to yourself, well, I'm going to focus on my heart-mind. I'm going to move from my head to my heart. And then the best way to guide somebody in that direction is what? Meditation. It's meditation. What would happen if everybody on this planet meditated every day? You'd have an entirely different planet, and you'd have an entirely different, as far as happenings and things progressing and taking place, than you could possibly know. I mean, just absolutely way out there. But it's our will, it's our beingness, our curiosity, childlike curiosity, that moves us into this discovery. We're curious. That's what gets us going, our curiosity. It's like, what's all this talk about going within and all these things? What is it about? Going within and discovering this and that. Wouldn't you really, truly like to know what and who you really are? And then someone might say, well, yeah, I'm this. This is my name, and this is where I live, and this is my life. And we've all been taught that way. And most of us we don't even question that. We don't even get even a smidgen of wanting to question it. We just go about our days, weeks and months and years. So, but the point is that why do you believe that we are on this journey in this life to discover that you are a omnipotently powerful, supreme, manifesting, abundant being that is in that body, that you are a drop of the golden ocean. You are. You hold the essence of that entire ocean. And when you drop into the ocean, you become the ocean. Just like you are the universe. The universe is you. So you're actually, in a way, you have the collective consciousness at your beck and call. Every day, 24/7. The irony to that is that the majority of the population of this planet has no clue about that. Zero. And it isn't a negative. It isn't a positive. It's in that little in-between. And as long as we stay in that unknowingness, right? As long as we stay in that unknowingness, then we go through lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Now, if we were to discover all of this in one lifetime, what do you think would be in this very now moment? Would you be in another life? Would you choose to be in another life? Or would you not? Would you choose to be or do something else? Because remember, our true nature is wild and free. Our natural state of being isn't feeling like we're suppressed and locked up in a way. We have all these protective walls that we've put around us. They're all illusionary. And we're constantly protecting our egos from being hurt or disappointed. So it's kind of like our choice, each of us. We choose. We're not going to stay in the same place and time. We're constantly moving forward, whether we know it or not. Now, along the way, we can either embrace things or just stay on that merry-go-round. You stay on the merry-go-round go round, 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 round. Can't get off, it's going too fast. Or you can look at the merry-go-round and say, I'm not going to get on that. I don't care to. Been on that. Been there. It's kind of like been there, done that. Not interested in it now. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go within myself. I want to know what I really am. Because I know I'm not this body. I really want to know what I really am. So you begin that. And you go within. And you meditate. And you practice staying in the now. Because you begin to discover that the now is all that you have. You do not have anything else. You just have the now. You don't have tomorrow, and yesterday is gone. You just have the now. Everything progresses and takes place in the now. You see, most of us will say, that's boring. You know, being in the now, you're focused on this one step at a time. I want to be in the future. I want to know and go out here and think about this and then visit the past, yesterday and tomorrow. And the ego mind is happy about that. But as soon as we go into yesterday and tomorrow, which is the realm of the ego mind, we suffer. As soon as we go into the now with the heart mind, we're at peace. We're at ease. We're relaxed. All that noise and all that stuff that we experience in yesterday and tomorrow with the ego mind is not there. Doesn't exist. Now one might say, well, that's boring. You know, that's not exciting at all. And then you say, well, you want to be on this perpetual merry-go-round that you can't get off of. And lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, you just want to keep going in that circle? Because that's what we do. And yes, we have different lives. The different life means is that we're in a different body, different experiences, different people, things that program us. And then through the programming, we go through life and we continually are programmed until we leave the body. And some of us discovered that when we leave the body, we know that we are not dead, that we didn't die, that we just left the body. The body was temporary. The God is forever. Now, see, you can see how you can become so attached to the physical plane of existence, right? We get very attached to it. Because we've never really explored what's after life. Right? What's after material physical life? It's basically, simply put, after life. That means after organic, physical, material life in that body that you just left. I'm speaking you, not the body. You left that body. Why did you leave it? You couldn't sustain you. You had to leave it. And on top of it, we don't realize that all of us can very easily heal whatever is happening with our bodies. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Omnipotently powerful, supreme, manifesting, abundant being that never dies. The God force. Right? Pure consciousness. So you focus on something and you fix it. See, like I said, we have everything we will ever need right inside of us. There is nothing that we need outside of us. Now, we create the outside so that we can experience. It's our entertainment. Along the way, we learn, we advance, we experience many different, a plethora of things, lifetime after lifetime. And this is how the collective consciousness creates universes. Of all that information, all that knowledge, all those experiences, trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions, throughout all of the universes, all the existences, all star systems, all of us are experiencing. What is our common ground? All of us, if we have not yet, are discovering that we are pure consciousness that houses itself in different forms simply because it can. It's all structured and laid out, and then we sign a contract. Think about that now. You sign a contract with Prime Source Creator Or you sign a contract with God. Well, it's so different than the God that was a vengeful God that would strike us down and punish us if we did not do what that God told us to do. That's all crap. It's all crap. But many of us believed it. And we feared this unknown God our whole lives. You know, your mother would say, if you don't stop doing that, God's going to punish you. Well, as a little kid, you'd go, wow, I better stop doing this. And we had this image of this, white-bearded, long, white-haired man up in the sky, pointing at us. And that's all garbage. It's all made up. It's all useless programming. Keeps us distracted, keeps us off track of discovering who and what we really are. But it really is, truly, we discover for ourselves so that we know that everything that you've been taught or any of us have been taught is always outside of us. It really is. It's always getting this and doing that and achieving this and accomplishing that, and you got to do this, and then the time comes in and the time constraints, and you have to hurry here and hurry there, and you have to get these things taken care of. And you become your own driver, master. And then you feel horrible if you don't get this done, or you don't get that done, or this doesn't work, or that doesn't work. When all along, you're the maestro. You're the orchestrator. However you want your life to be, it'll be. Now one might say, well, that's really easy. That's simple. Can't be that simple. Got to be complicated. It really isn't. But in the event you don't know yourself, and you don't really know what it is to love yourself deeply and eternally, what do you think happens? Well, we come into these material physical lives. We stay in these bodies for, anywhere from a year to 100 years or whatever. And then we leave them. All along the way, we've experienced different things, interacted with different people, and then we leave the body. When we leave the body, we don't die. We are forever. But most of us have become so attached to the body that it scares the crap out of us. Mortality scares the crap out of us because we start focusing on mortality the older these bodies get. And we fear it. Because it really is an unknown, because we don't know what's out there after we leave the body, right? So all these unknowns, which is where all the possibilities are anyway. So we look at, you take different perspectives. We come into these bodies to discover who and what we are. That's the bottom line. We don't come into these bodies to have amnesia every single lifetime, to not remember ever anything that we've done in previous lifetimes that will assist us in current lifetimes. No, that's all, how do I put it? It isn't real. We should know. All of our lifetimes, all of it. It's ours. We've experienced it. See what I mean? And these creatures, what they do is they take it away, but when eventually it's all going to come back. They can't take us away, the gods that we are. They can blank us and make us think that we don't know, that we have no recollection at all. Right? That's our quest. That's our trek. each lifetime is to discover who and what we are. The rest falls into place. Join you in meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. And an easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still, relaxed into your body. Focus on your breath rising and falling. Life is best viewed as a grand creative project. This body, this mind, this moment of your life is the greatest opportunity to experience being a designer within existence, so that you may discover the divine presence you really are. The images you project onto this universe always become your reality, whether they are powerful, warm, sunny, and optimistic, or cold, dark, depressing, and frustrating. You are the grand designer, and this moment is a result of your creativity or lack of it. For today, give yourself several hours to relax and express yourself fully through some creative venue. Pick up a paintbrush, pencil, paper. Find a block of clay. Write something inspiring on your computer. Or have an intimate, revealing conversation with a total stranger or friend. Just do something extra creative today that you enjoy, and let yourself disappear in the creation of it. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. And we'll return here Friday, March 7, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call, and after 9:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our reverse aging health call and all the rest. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times. No matter what's going on within you or outside of you, open your heart and allow the magic to flow in.